finished, and welcome back to another Soulslike video! In a city ruled by puppets and ambition, one soul stands above all, Sophia Monad. Today we're diving deep into her tragic story, her hidden power, and why she's the emotional heart of Liza P. In the decaying city of Krat, the streets echo with the footsteps of puppets, the hum of Ergo, and the whispers of lives undone by ambition. Tragedy is not an exception here, it is the foundation upon which everything rests. Amid the chaos stands a singular figure, Sophia Monad. She is both a guide and a victim, a beacon of hope and a symbol of suffering. From her earliest days to her tragic transformation, Sophia's story is intertwined with the city's very soul. Today we'll explore her life, her suffering, her guidance of the puppet P, and the profound symbolism she carries. Sophia is not merely a character in a game, she is the emotional heart of Liza P. Sophia Monad was born into the prominent Monad family. Her father, Valentinus Monad, was a powerful figure among the alchemists, and her mother, Isabel, oversaw the family's social and charitable responsibilities. She had a sister named Leah, and together their family legacy was steeped in influence, expectation, and scrutiny. From a young age, Sophia displayed the listener ability, an extraordinary gift allowing her to perceive Ergo, the crystallized essence of life, and to communicate with puppets in ways ordinary humans could not. Her upbringing was both a blessing and a burden. While her ability marked her as exceptional, it also exposed her to fear and misunderstanding. Sophia spent much of her early life at the Monad Charity House, an orphanage turned boarding school where she cared for abandoned and orphaned children, including figures who would later play crucial roles in Krat, like Carlo, Medoro, and Romeo. Her compassion and wisdom became defining traits, creating a bridge between the fragile human inhibitions, the puppets, and the intangible force of Ergo. Even as Krat descended into decay, Sophia's empathy remained unbroken, a quiet defiance against the city's encroaching darkness. As the city of Krat declined, Sophia's awareness of its looming collapse grew. The streets were filled with petrified victims, the alchemist's experiments were spreading corruption, and Simon Manus, her father's trusted aide, was rising in power. Sophia recognized the danger in Ergo, understanding that it was more than a source of energy, it was life itself, vulnerable to manipulation. Her compassion put her at odds with the ambitions surrounding her. While many sought to control Ergo and bend it to their will, Sophia sought understanding and balance. She tried to protect the children of the charity house, providing safety and guidance even as the world around her fractured. Her insight into both human and puppet suffering foreshadowed the trials she would soon endure herself. Sophia's life took a dark turn at the hands of Simon Manus, who, seeing her listener ability as a tool, imprisoned her deep within the Arch Abbey. Manus sought to harness her soul and her power over Ergo to further his ambition of transcending humanity. The experiments were cruel and precise, ultimately killing her physical body while tethering her consciousness to Ergo. Her soul became fragmented, yet remained tethered to the world, enabling her to project herself and interact with P later. Encased in a crystalline cocoon with Arch Abbey Cathedral, Sophia endured unimaginable suffering. Her agony became a reflection of Krat's own corruption, a city built on human ambition and ethical compromise. Her transformation was a tragedy. She became both powerful and powerless, visible yet imprisoned, a guide and a victim simultaneously. Despite her physical imprisonment, Sophia's consciousness projected to Hotel Krat, where she became P's guide. She provided direction, tools like the Moon Phase pocket watch, and moral guidance, creating the first intimate bond between player and character. Once P reached her, Sophia became the only figure who could facilitate leveling up. Stargazers previously used for progression became mere fast travel and respawn points, a subtle but powerful mechanic demonstrating her centrality to P's growth. Her guidance was gentle yet deliberate. She never commands, never imposes her will, but she offers the player choices that mirror her own struggles, the moral weight of action, the burden of power, and the necessity of empathy. Through her presence, Sophia intertwines narrative and gameplay, reinforcing that progression in Krat is not just physical, but deeply moral and spiritual. Sophia embodies layers of symbolism. Her blue fairy imagery, turquoise hair, ethereal glow, guiding voice, reflects the Pinocchio archetype, but in limerivt, this figure is tragic rather than miraculous. She guides, she nurtures, but she cannot undo her own suffering. Ergo, the essence she perceives, represents life, potential, and limitation. Her connection to Ergo makes her both powerful and trapped, highlighting duality of creation and control. The game's moral system, based on lies and truths, mirror her own predicament. Choices can empower, protect, or harm, but consequences are inevitable. Sophia's lessons are both literal and symbolic. She teaches that humanity is defined by empathy, action, and the willingness to bear responsibility, even in the face of overwhelming pain. Sophia anchors the game's multiple endings. The neutral ending leaves her soul trapped, a reflection of failed morality and lost compassion. The partial ending provides release, but only a limited sense of closure. And the true ending, unlocked by granting her peace and achieving high humanity, transforms her essence into a blue butterfly, symbolic of rebirth, freedom, and enduring influence. These endings do more than resolve the story, they eternalize the consequences of player choice, showing that P's path to humanity is inseparable from Sophia's fate. Her liberation or continued suffering mirrors the moral weight of every decision the player has made. Sophia's story encapsulates the core themes of Lies of P: the cost of ambition, the tension between humanity and artificiality, and the ethical weight of choice. She embodies compassion against the backdrop of cruelty, mortality against the desire for transcendence, and empathy in a city obsessed with control. Every interaction with her reinforces these themes, making her narrative significant, inseparable from the game's philosophical and emotional weight. Ultimately, Sophia is the emotional anchor of the entire experience. Her suffering, guidance, and eventual liberation give the player purpose, moral stakes, and profound sense of connection to the world. She transforms abstract mechanics into human experience. Leveling up is no longer just progression, but a reflection of her sacrifice. Choices are no longer abstract, they carry the weight of her pain and trust. Through Sophia, Lies of P transforms from a mechanical challenge into a story about empathy, morality, and the true meaning of humanity. Her light endures long after the game ends, in the blue butterfly, in the player's reflection, and in the haunting memory of a life both lost and preserved through compassion. Sophia's story is tragic, hope, and humanity all at once. If you felt her journey, her sacrifice, and her light, hit like and subscribe, and ring that bell notification so you get notified of when we post new videos. As well, head on over to my Twitch at limerivt, where you can watch me play Soulslike games on the daily, because in Krat, every soul deserves to be remembered. Goodbye, Tarn.